Hi guys. It's been a minute, but what's changed? So I kind of wanted to just take some time and fill you in on how post-production is going. So pretty much as soon as we got back from Kentucky, we recorded a vlog, and a couple weeks after that, I gave my footage to my editor. She's awesome. And at this point, essentially what I'm doing is I'm not sitting there every day next to my editor going over every single scene. I'm not getting cut scenes from her or edited scenes from her during the process. We didn't think that was a good idea. What we're doing is she's essentially doing her version of the cut, right? She's like essentially going to take the film, review it, make her cut, and then present it to me and be like, this is my pass of the movie. From there, I will then go in and essentially make my adjustments. The reason I think this is beneficial is for a couple reasons. One, when you get back from shooting a movie, you're exhausted mentally, and you have a lot of baggage from the shoot. And I think it's really important to take some time away from that and allow someone else who wasn't there, who doesn't have that baggage, to go through and objectively make, like I said, put what you shot together. Because then when you see it and it's presented to you, you get to be surprised, and essentially you get to be re-inspired. At least that's what I'm hoping happens. I'm sure will happen. I've already felt that way, even just from listening to some of the music my composer has already come up with. Even when I go back and watch some of the dailies or the scenes, I'm re-inspired. And I get excited about the film, where for like the week afterwards, I was just really tired and needed some time away from it. And I really think it's important to take some time away from it. I also really recommend directors who are also editors to maybe not edit the feature that you're directing. I know it's super cost effective. I do see the benefit in that, but I don't know how I would have been able to edit this film and also direct it. I don't know how, when I can't edit. So there's that. But also, if I could, I would need at least a few months off just to be able to see my film with different eyes. And I just don't see that. I mean, I guess it just depends on, what your goals are for your film. But for someone like me where turnaround is important, and not having a movie sit in post for a year or years or, over 6 months is really important to me. So far I like this process. I like being able to take some time away from it and really just rally all of my troops and my post-production team and get everyone on board. Not on board, I mean, we had everyone on board during pre-production, which we'll talk about that in a second, of how beneficial that is, but just making sure everyone's in communication with each other, making sure everyone has what they need from each other, and everyone's working together as a team. I think sometimes indie filmmakers, especially first-timers, they compartmentalize post-production, and they don't consider it like a team. What I mean by this is they shoot their film, they get back, maybe they have their editor on board during production or pre-production, but essentially they turn their film over to the editor, and the editor's done with it, and they're like, cool, here's picture log. Let's go find a sound designer. And then they go find a sound designer, and let's go find my composer. Okay, then they find the composer. Oh, let's go find my VFX artist, and they get VFX. Then they get color, and then they finish it. And they've compartmentalized their film, and so all these team members in post didn't get to collaborate from the beginning. They didn't get to collaborate and work together, so some things didn't get to happen at the same time, so sometimes I think it can cause a film to be a little disjointed. What I've done here is, getting VFX and, my sound designer, my composer, all on the same page, along with my editor, who can send them out reels before the full cut is done, so they can start to work together. And, the music is going to be influenced by obviously the cut, but also by the VFX, which is going to be influenced by the sound design. So they can all sort of work together, and this really helps with expediting the post-production process. If you're looking to get your film done quickly, but also not sacrificing quality, highly recommend just getting your post-production team on board during pre-production, being able to have them there to call on when you're on set. You know, if you have a VFX question setting up for a shot, we did that plenty of times. Also being able to get my post sound designer in cahoots with my sound mixer to help with doing some stuff on set that they've never done before that's going to help me a lot in post-production. This allows for your post process to be a lot more of a creative, collaborative process, and less of a fixing what happened on set process. So quite excited about this. I think it's going to be very good. And it's a lot more relaxing. So there's that. And also too, because the nature of our film, we have some really fun drawn comic book scenes. So those are happening as well, which are going to be added in. And yeah, it's just, I think our locked cut, or I should be getting a cut within the next week or two to be able to review. And then I think our locked cut, we're looking at September 18th, and then getting a trailer done so we can take it to the film market at AFM in November. So essentially, my lesson to you all via this vlog is post is not something that should be broken up and compartmentalized and be used to fix your film, or just really treat them like the team that's part of the production. Get them on board ahead of time as much as you can, and rally them together. Have them all on conference calls, and portray your vision of what you want to accomplish. You'd be surprised how integrated everyone is with each other's departments. They aren't as separate as you think. And yeah, stay tuned.